very good morning, esteemed President of the Republic, esteemed former President of the Republic. I believe that this is a summary of what this Congress of the Future seeks, in some way to bring together, to make those who have been or are in decision-making areas reflect the President of the Supreme Court, the President of the Chamber of Deputies, the scientists, the members of universities, those from Santiago, and the other regions of the North and South, because this is the purpose of the Congress of the Future. How can we contemplate what is coming? In a mature manner, most likely, if we engage in a discussion here about what occurred or the past, we might hold very divergent perspectives. Probably if we see how we react now to the problems of the next 2 years, we can think differently. However, if we consider the next 2 or 3 decades, we can likely contemplate collectively in a relatively comparable manner. If we can do that, and that's the challenge of the Congress of the Future, we build a fairer, better society. I believe this topic we addressed this year, I've been involved in the Congress of the Future from the start. It's the most exciting one we've had. Artificial intelligence, what actions should we take now? And we can approach this from a perspective that simply acknowledges passive artificial intelligence has occurred, where it seems evident that we have to wait for things to work in order for us to adapt and respond accordingly. Or we can see it from a different perspective, actively anticipating those challenges that we can indeed solve with artificial intelligence, challenges that the world had never been able to address without a tool of this nature, but also addressing the new problems that this will suggest. And here one could simply give ideas, and the other is to listen. And to lead well, you have to listen well. And that is the call for funding that we are making in this broad, participatory, regionalized Congress in which everyone tries to seek or give an opinion. Artificial intelligence is a living tool. I would like to emphasize this, it is alive. Not in the biological sense, but unlike, for example, oil that arrives and settles and is produced, we do not know what the limits are. We do not know what the possibilities are. And that is the responsibility of the generation that we were born into. All generations face challenges. There are governments that are hit by earthquakes, others that are hit by pandemics, and others that are hit by generations. Others are hit by generations that are hit by industrial revolutions. Others are hit by a period of complete inability to understand the Center-West. And the Eastern region offers us a challenge that is likely to be quite unprecedented, which is to assume responsibility with the human talent for the things that lie ahead. Because one thing that one has to understand is that this is the time of human talent. It's time to understand that the only thing different that a machine can do is originality. And in that originality lies, it nourishes the possibility that we seize this opportunity in a positive manner and that we have the capability to construct a more promising future. Clearly, there are challenges in this area as well. It's not just anything. Today, the world's great thinkers are discussing the ethical implications of the effects that can arise in life, the human genome, personal identity, and the ability to make decisions for oneself or be influenced by other factors. However, let us also capitalize on the opportunities available in the world. Last night I read that a significant part of the relatively positive data on the projected growth of the global economy next year is expected to be influenced by AI, resulting in a potential 14% increase in productivity through effective utilization of these technological advancements. This is the challenge. It is spacious, it is big, it is powerful. Well, that's what distinguishes humans, to assume that greatness, that power, with talent and enthusiasm. Ultimately, my goal is to make a reflection that is motivating and inspires others to take action. Steve Hawking stated that the achievement of developing artificial intelligence would be the most significant occurrence in the entirety of human history. But also, unfortunately, it could be the last unless we learn to take advantage of its virtues and eliminate its risks. That is the underlying logic. It is the event we were fortunate to be present at the moment of the largest event in the history of humanity. And from us, from a small country but one that has spirit, and the scientists who come from abroad, we have to help build that model in which this great event of humanity is an event to do justice to the peoples and not the destruction of the peoples. That's the call, that's the spirit, and hopefully these days will be productive, full of talent, and in some way we can come out with a smile, knowing that we can face the future, yes, better. Thank you very much.